Hey, Dr. Fisher here again, and we're covering more of our frequently asked questions. And this one actually is one of my favorites. I've seen many comments, and I've had people ask, what happens if the bungees break? And especially if you're laying in our low back unit, what potentially can happen to a very sensitive part of your body? Which it's a great question. Now, I'm not sure about all the physics terms, the correct scientific terminology behind it all, but we've tested this many, many times, and we've incorporated some very valuable safety mechanisms within all of our units to help prevent this from ever happening. Even currently, one of our newest versions that we had released out to people, one of our safety mechanisms, which is our safety buckle here. It's designed to actually break so that the question that people have and the concern that people have doesn't happen. You can't be injured as the user because the entire G-force technology plastic cup portion of the Fisher traction will actually go away from you, will shoot away from you. So basically the question is this, is that if these bungees were to break, would this come and shoot back at you and harm you? So physics-wise, whichever anchor end, so let's say my hand up here is actually the doorknob where Fisher traction is anchored towards, and this part over here, my right hand, is either the head harness or the waist harness. Now you can see the elasticity characteristics of the negative G-force technology, the bungees, they're pulling. Now, of course, if I let go of the harness that's attached to my head or my waist, what happens? It shoots away. Come on, let's try that. Let me do this a little better. So if I pull it back and let it rip, it shoots away. Now, same thing would happen if it's anchored to my head or my waist and somebody, for some reason, cut our anchor cord at the doorknob. It would somehow shoot back towards me. So another natural characteristic of the design itself of our cupping system, it doesn't matter which direction it's pulling in. If you see how they're lined up, if I let go here, this cup is going to shoot into the other cup. And if I pull here and let it go, it's going to shoot into this cup. So it's a design fail-safe that and protection mechanism, just the natural characteristics of the design, is that the cup's going to go into the cup and it's going to absorb the majority of the impact anyways. So by the time, if it were to come at you or go towards the door, a lot of the force of the mass and the velocity is all going to be absorbed into itself. We've got now our newest version. This is actually our strongest version for the low back. This has 167 pounds of pull force, which is, I can't even with my old man strength, I can't even stretch it out really because it's so strong. But with this has been tested. The anchor is incredibly strong. You'd have to cut it somehow or break it somehow for this to end up shooting back towards you. And we've even upgraded our new plastic safety buckles where this can handle up to 167 pounds of pull force. But again, this is on the harness end. So if it did break, it would shoot away, okay, from your body. Now, let's test this out. Let's see what happens. Let's end the debate finally. What happens if the bungees break or they're cut? Which way is it going to shoot? Now, again, just for research purposes, this is actually our 6th prototype model that we've had here in the office for over 2 years. So this is a testament to the longevity of our Fisher traction units. This is an old version, and it's lasted over 2 years here treating patients in our office. These newer versions are, so far superior in their construction, their design, the material, the strength of every component. I don't know how long these will last, but if this one's lasted 2 years, and this is working on patients virtually every day on the neck, God knows how long this will last. This should last you as an individual user, even a household. This should last you at least 2 years. So they're incredibly durable. So either way, let's go ahead and let's test it out. So now this here would be the anchor side where it'd be attached to the doorknob. And then down here, hopefully you can see the head harness. The head harness is attached to the base of my table here. So just think if that was either attached to your head or your waist. This is attached to the doorknob. Now what will happen, okay? So let's go one by one. It's rare that these would all fail at the same time, okay? But let's watch, let's see here. Here's one by one. There's one. There's two. And let's see if I can cut both of them at the same time. I don't know if I'm gonna be able, let's go one at a time because I don't think I'm gonna be able to cut two at the same time. There's that one, and then this one, let's see what happens. Virtually nothing. So because both ends are anchored and there's the pull in the middle, it's not going one way or the other. Both are failing at the same time. And like you saw, they both had fallen and virtually nothing happens. So hopefully that will allow some of you guys that are thinking about buying Fisher traction for the low back version and you're worried about your family jewels. Hopefully this will put all your fears to rest and you can see the physics behind it. It's extremely safe. So hopefully that answers your questions.